Good morning, students. We'll continue with the CNC programming. Now, the next topic that we like to discuss is the NC block. So basically, NC block is nothing but it's a collection of NC words. If you can understand, so each program is going to be considered as what is called as a set of instruction. So we have what is called as the set of instruction. Each instruction is going to be called as the NC block. Okay. Now this NC block is what is called as NC word. And NC word is a collection of letters and numbers. It means to say, now you have a block first. Okay. So from the block, okay, you are going to get what is called as a word. Okay. And word is nothing but it consists of what are called the address letters and the numbers. Now, if you observe a generalized NC block is going to look like this. So we have, these are the codes which are going to be present. Okay. N, G, X, Y, Z, R, F, S, T, M. Okay. So these are all the NC word. Now this is called as your NC word. Okay, so this is a NC word which consists of alphabet and which consists of a number, and each having its own significance. Okay, N is called as the sequence number, G is the preparatory functions, X, Y, Z prefixes for X, Y, and Z axis, R is the arc radius, F is the field rate, S window speed, tool selection, and miscellaneous command. Okay, means to say, if we just go with one by one. So basically, all the program is going to start with what is called as a sequence number. Okay, right. Now when we go with the sequence number, okay, basically sequence number is nothing but I'll just show the other thing so that for you to get a clear idea. Okay, right. Once again, it be online, so you just understand. Okay. Now, if you just observe, what is that I just told about is with respect to the programming. Okay, right. Now just observe. Okay, right. Yeah, right. Now this is what is called as the concept of the NC block all about. Okay. Now in case of NC block, okay, basically as I mentioned, okay, we will be having what is a generalized NC block. Okay, N is nothing but your sequence number. Okay. Now what do you mean by sequence number is important. Okay. Now if you observe carefully, basically the sequence number is nothing but sequence number. Okay, basically this is what is the case. Okay, right. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Now sequence number is basically what is each block or line starts with a sequence number which identifies the block. The sequence number is usually a number specified by a letter N. Okay. Now, in order to start with the program, okay, the program has to be identified by a particular number. Okay. Now, this identification is going to be done by what? This identification is going to be done by what is called as a sequence number. Okay. Now, as I said, the sequence number is going to be represented by letter N. And in order to identify, okay, we are going to write starting from N01, N02, N03, N04, something like that. And it's also a better practice that you write the sequence number in terms of multiples of 5. Okay, that is, you will write in terms of 5, N5, N10, N15, N20, like that. The advantage of this is going to be, if you are going to write in terms of multiples of 5, it is possible for you to insert any new number in between the two different lines. Okay, that is the advantage of what is called as your the sequence number. Therefore, each of the program should start with what is called as a sequence number. Okay, that is very, very important. Okay, right. Now, next is going to be what is called as the preparatory function. Okay, now remember, preparatory functions are also called as the G codes. Okay, preparatory functions are also called as the G codes. Okay. Now, these preparatory functions are used to set the control for various machine movements. Okay, right. These are going to be used to set the different movements. Okay, which are going to be present. Okay, right. In case of this, okay, in case of what is called as once again, okay, yeah, okay. Okay, right. So the preparatory functions, as I said, okay, it is called as your the preparatory codes are called as the G codes. Okay, G codes are called as the preparatory functions. Basically, what G codes are represent. Okay, basically, G codes, as the name indicates, they are called as preparatory functions. Okay, they prepare the machine tool to carry out a certain operations. Okay, preparatory functions are used to set the control for various machine movements, such as linear movement, circular movement. It means to say that all the movements, okay, of the machine tool is going to be handled by what is called the preparatory functions. Okay, for the movement, okay, for the movement, okay, for the movement of the machine tool, you have to specify what is called as the preparatory function, which is called as G. Okay, now there are various different types of preparatory functions are going to be there. So these are the commonly used preparatory functions which are going to be present. Okay, these are the commonly used preparatory functions which are going to be present in case of what is called as the program writing. Okay, so we have what is called G00 called as rapid traverse, G01 linear interpolation, G02 circular interpolation clockwise, G03 circular interpolation counterclockwise, G04 dwell, something like that. We have various different G codes are going to be there. Okay, now we'll discuss the G codes one by one. Okay, right. So later. Now, before we go further with the G codes, now as I said, we have in the format we have what is called as X, Y, Z also. Okay, X, Y, Z indicates what is called as the axis. Okay, they specify the coordinate axis along the respective things. Then that means to say X, Y, Z followed by X. Okay, it is going to be a number dimensions which indicates you are asking the cutting tool to move to certain distance after X. Okay, if I say X 200, it moves by an amount equal to X 200. Okay, right. Then R is the arc radius, arc center radius to be used in circular interpolation. Okay, F is the feed rate, S is the spindle speed. And T function is what we are going to use to specify the tool. Okay, just observe the T function is going to be specified with this type of the characteristics. That is, T is the tool select. So this one indicates the number. Okay, which tool number you are selecting. Okay, that is from the ATC which tool number you are selecting. Okay, so it may be any number depending upon the number of tools that ATC can able to handle. Okay, then for this particular tool, what is the offset number? Okay, remember for each of the tool there will be what is called as an offset indicated. That number is going to be given by what is called as T01. Okay, so that is your T0101. Okay, right. Now next is we'll try to understand what are the different commonly used G codes. Okay, now here I am just listing only the commonly used G codes which are going to be present. Okay, now we have what is called as G00, G00. Okay, basically G00 is what is termed as the rapid traverse. Okay, G00 is called as the rapid traverse. Okay, that means you are positioning the tool in a rapid way. Okay, so that is the meaning of G00 is important. Okay, G00 command is a rapid tool move. Okay, a rapid tool move is used to move the tool linearly from position to position without any material removal. Okay, that means to say that G0, the format of this is going to be this. That is N, G00, X, and Z. That means N is the sequence number. You are going to write some N05. G00, you are asking the tool to go rapidly to this coordinates. Simple. Okay. So G00, what MCU understands, it is machine control unit understands is G00 is your the rapid traverse. So then you told rapid traverse. Then you have to say where to go. Okay. So where to go? The tool will go to X value and Z value. Okay. So this is what is the meaning of this. Okay. That means to say that, okay, now if you just observe here, okay, right. Now observe. Okay. Now just take this particular example. Now here, this is the what is called as the initial position of the tool. Now you need to start the machining at this point. Okay, therefore from this point to this point you need not to move the tool in a controlled manner. Okay, because if you move the tool in a controlled manner, the feed is going to be reduced and it adds to your the time of machining. Okay, therefore from year to year you are going to move the tool rapidly, because remember always the tool movement is going to be rapid whenever you are going to do, when you are not going to carry out any of the operation, when you are not carrying out any of the operation, the tool is going to be moved rapidly. Okay, so that is called as this. Now from this point to this point, you are moving the tool rapidly. Okay, that is called as your the rapid traverse. Okay, so remember, whenever you are not going to cut any material, always you have to use what is called the rapid traverse. Okay, so that is a very important thing. Then next is, okay, you need to cut the metal. Okay, you need to cut the material. Okay, so now in that situation, you are going to say what is called as G01. G01 is called as linear interpolation. Okay, so linear interpolation, the code of which is going to be n G01, okay, x, z, and f. Okay, right. And one thing that you need to understand here is G00 will not have what is called as a f function. F is nothing but the feed. Then what is the feed is very important. Remember, the feed value of the rapid traverse is going to be bound by the manufacturer. Okay, so rapid traverse rate, okay, rapid traverse rate is nothing but is the fastness with which, okay, the fastness with which you are going to carry out the operation. Okay, so that is very, very important. Okay, now basically what is going to happen is, whenever you are going to do, okay, G00, okay, the tool is going to move very rapidly. Okay, now why the tool has to move rapidly? Please understand that when the tool is going to move rapidly, okay, you will have a lesser amount of time for the movement, because you are not cutting any material. Okay, as you are not going to cut any material, it is better that you make the tool to move in a rapid manner. Okay, so that is what is called as G00XZ. But the same rapid movement cannot be taken in case of what is called as the linear interpolation. Okay, so in case of linear interpolation, what is as n G01 x, z, and f. Okay, now means you are telling, now remember that now you are doing some operation here. Okay, means from here, this point to this point, you want to cut the material. Okay, if you want to cut the material from this point to this point, you have to move the tool in a linear direction. Therefore, what you are going to cut the tool now, you are going to cut the material now. Okay, as you need to cut the material, now you need to go for linear interpolation. Okay, therefore linear interpolation says n, that is sequence number G01 x, z, and f. Okay, what is x and z? You are telling the tool to go linearly to this particular point. X and Z are called as the target points. Remember, X and Z are called as the target point. Okay, and F is nothing but feed. At what feed you want to move the tool. Okay, that is important. Okay, so now you can understand the G01 command is mainly used for linear removal of materials from a workpiece. Okay, any combination of X or Z can be used. The machine tool will follow a linear trajectory from the current position to the target position. Now this is the current position, so this is the target position. Okay, therefore now what is the, if this is the target position, what is the code that we are going to write? So I'm going to write n is a sequence number. Let me write n05 G01, x value is 10. Okay, z value is minus 25. Okay, that is, this is going to be 0 comma 0, to the left it is going to be negative. Okay, then feed is nothing but you are going to, are you going to move in terms of millimeter per revolution or millimeter per minute? Okay, now depending upon that you are going to give the value of f. Okay, so that is the linear interpolation. In linear interpolation, only x and z values are going to be given. Okay, now one more thing that you need to understand here is, in case of what is called as your the machining, there are also possibility of what is called as a circular interpolation is also going to be present. Okay, now what are circular interpolation is going to be very important. So in case of circular interpolation, this circular interpolation, this it is either clockwise circular interpolation or counterclockwise circular interpolation. Okay, so circular interpolation clockwise. Okay, so circular interpolation is defined by G02 command. It executes all circular or radial cuts in a clockwise motion. G02 command requires an endpoint for the move, the radius, and a feed rate. Now you can observe. Okay, just observe here. Okay, G02. Now this is your starting point. Okay, so this is your target. This is 10 comma minus 20 is the starting point. 10 is the diameter, 20 is the length from here. Okay, this is 0 comma 0, this is minus 20, and this is radius of 10, radius of 5, so it becomes minus 30 here. Okay, so 10. Now this is G02. G02 is, that is clockwise. Okay, now the tool is going to move in a clockwise direction. So this is the starting point, this is the ending point. Therefore, what is the code that I am going to write? N G02, X and Z is nothing but what? X and Z is the target point. R is the radius, F is the field, right? Okay. Now you can observe here. Now just observe. Now here you are going here. It means N G02, X20, Z minus 30, radius, this value of the radius you are going to give, and the value of the field. So the contrary to this, G02 is what is called as your G03, which is counterclockwise direction. Okay, so counterclockwise is this is the start point, and this is going to be the target point. Okay, so clockwise movement of the tool and anti-clockwise movement of the tool is covered in G02 and G03. Then we have what is called as dwell. So basically, okay, so basically dwell is nothing but N G04 P. Okay, P followed by some number. Okay, if I say P followed by some number, okay, now basically N04 command is a non-modal dwell command that halts all access movement for a specified period of time. That means if I say N something G04 P 200, okay, so that is what is the thing. Now if I say that, okay, if I say that N something and G 400, okay, now what is going to happen is, okay, right, now, right, okay, right, just observe, okay, right, if I just show you one more thing, okay, right, this is going to be your what is called as okay, right, now if I am going to write what is called as your G, okay, right, so if it is going to be what okay, if it is going to be B, okay, now N I am going to write, okay, N05 I am going to write, okay, then G04, okay, G04 indicates what is called as a dwell, okay, G04 indicates what is called as a dwell command, okay, what do you mean by dwell? Followed by G04, I am going to say P, okay, P followed by 1000, okay, what is 1000? So this is in terms of microns, okay, remember, okay, now the value 1000 whatever I am saying is going to be in terms of microns. Okay, now just observe, if I am going to indicate, okay, so if I am going to indicate what is called as a micron, now this value is going to be in terms of microns. Okay, that means, okay, now what is that the meaning of that is, okay, right, now the meaning of that is nothing but the tool is going to be, if I convert that into one, okay, it will become 1 second. Okay, right, okay, now means to say I am asking the tool to stop for a second duration. That means I am carrying out the operation. Now, basically, where this is going to be helpful, so this is going to be helpful whenever you are carrying out what is called as a drilling operation. Assume that, so you need to drill a hole something like this. Okay, when you are going to drill a hole something like this, okay, so assume this is going to be your the drill bit. Okay, right. So assume this is going to be your the drill bit. Okay. Now, when the drill bit is going to move like this, it is not possible for you to move the drill continuously from this point to this point. Okay, it is not possible for you to move the drill bit from this point to this point. Therefore, what you do is you do the drilling first. Okay, so one up till here you are going to carry out the drilling. Then after that you say this particular command. Okay, N05 G04 P1000. Okay, or you say P5000. P5000 means 5 seconds. Okay, 5 seconds. 5 seconds the tool is going to be halted. Why the tool you need to halt here? Important, simple. Okay, in case of drilling you are going to halt the tool just to make sure, okay, just to make sure that there is going to be a dissipation of the heat is going to take place. The heat dissipation is going to occur because if the heat is not going to be dissipated, it will be a damage to the tool. Therefore, in order to avoid the damage to the tool, so you make sure that the tool is going to halt for a duration of time. So that is given by what is called as the dwell. Okay, right. Then after the dwell, okay, after the dwell, that is N05. Then we have what is called as the one more command, okay, which is going to be called as what is called as here the N20. Okay, now N20 is what, if I am say N20, okay, so this sorry G20, okay, G20 is nothing but what is called as inch unit. Okay, G20 is called as inch unit. Okay, that means all the dimensions whatever you are going to write is going to be in terms of inch unit. Okay, then we have G21. G21 is going to be in terms of metric unit. That is all the dimensions whatever you are going to write is going to be in terms of the metric units. Okay, now these are all the initial things that you are going to write. Okay, so it is called as inch unit and metric unit. Okay, now this is inch unit and this is going to be metric unit. Then next is what is called as G28. Okay, so we have what is called as G28. G28 is nothing but automatic zero return. Okay, G28 is automatic zero return. Okay, what is automatic zero return? Okay, so this is very important command in case of CNC programming. Okay, so in case of CNC programming, you are going to say what is called as G20 automatic zero return. Okay, that means what has happened is, assume that, so you have, let me just go through with this. Okay, assume that you have what is called as pointer. Let me take the pointer. Okay, right. Okay, right. Now this is the work part which is going to be present. Okay, so this is the work part which is going to be present. Okay, right. Now this is a rotating work part. Okay, now you are going to carry out assume that you want to remove this particular portion. Okay, so this portion has to be removed. Okay, assume this portion has to be removed. Okay, now what you are going to do? Assume this is the tool. Okay, the tool has to come from here to here. Okay, if the tool has to come from here to here, I am going to use what is called as G00. That is what you understood. Then I want to make the tool to remove this material. Okay, to remove this material, I am going to use what is called as G01. Okay, right. Now the tool has come to this particular point. Okay, now assume that this is going to be a tool position. Okay, let me just draw like this. This is the tool. Okay, then the tool has come to this particular point. Okay, then in order to send this tool back to this, okay, now after this I want to use one more tool. Okay, now this is what is called as your T01. Okay, then I want to use one more tool for some other operation. Okay, right. Now in order to change the tool, where the tool has to go to, the tool has to go to its original position. Okay, right. Now how do you send the tool back to original position? Every time it is not possible for you to calculate the dimension, okay, or the movement from this point to this point. Okay, for that we simply say what is called as G28. Now G28 says wherever the position of the tool is going to be. G28 says wherever the position of the tool is going to be, the tool will be returned to the home position. Okay, now this is the home position of the tool. Okay, assume this is the home position of the tool. The tool will be returned back to the home position. Okay, now this is very, very important. So always remember, the G28 is going to be used always before and after the operation. Okay, before the operation, to start with, you want to load the tool. Okay, therefore the tool has to be in the home position. That's why you send it back to the home position. Okay, and after the operation, again you have to replace the tool. Therefore again you have to send the tool back to the home position. Therefore it is very important that you send the tool back to the home position. Okay, right. So that is called as your G28, which is the automatic zero return. Okay, then we have what is called as G90. Okay, next is called as what is called as your G90. Okay, right. Okay, so we have what is called as G90. G90 is nothing but what is called as the absolute coordinate system. Okay, it is the absolute coordinate system. That means what? Absolute coordinate system is nothing but all the measurements is going to be done from the fixed origin. Okay, then we have one more thing called as G91. Okay, which is called as incremental system. Okay, it is called incremental system. Okay, in G91 incremental system. Sorry, incremental. Okay, so incremental system we are going to follow. For incremental system, the dimension of the second point is based on the first point. That is, the value of the second point is based on the previous point. Okay, therefore in order to specify whether you are following absolute coordinate system or whether if you are following incremental coordinate system, we are going to specify G90 and G91. Okay, so these are all the commonly used the G codes which are going to be present. Okay, right. Now after understanding the commonly used G codes, okay, right. So we'll just go further. Okay, with what is called as okay, we'll go further with what is called as one more thing. Okay, right. Yeah. Okay. We understood about this. Okay, automatic zero return. Okay. Then we'll just understand one more important thing. Okay, called as miscellaneous functions. Okay, right. So what is miscellaneous functions? Okay, now there is something called as G word we have understood, and there is one more thing called as the M words, or the M codes are also going to be present. Okay, what are M codes? M codes are nothing but it is used to perform certain miscellaneous or auxiliary functions. Okay, now as you understood, that the movement of the tool is going to be what? The movement of the tool is going to be done. Okay, the movement of the tool is going to be done by using a function called as G codes. Okay, G codes are going to be used to carry out the operation. But in order to assist the tool movement, there are other functions which are going to be present, which are called as miscellaneous functions. Okay, now there are some miscellaneous functions are going to be there. Remember, these miscellaneous functions will not make the tool to move. Okay, miscellaneous functions will not going to make the tool to move, but it will assist the machining operation. Okay, that is commonly used is going to be M00, which is optional program stop. Okay, M01 optional program stop request, M02 program end. Now, if you want to move the rotate the spindle in clockwise direction, M03 spindle on clockwise, M04 spindle on counterclockwise, M05 spindle stop, M06 tool change, M07 missed coolant on, M08 flood coolant on, M09 coolant off, M30 end of the program. So these are the M codes which are generally used, okay, in case of the programming. Okay, right. Now, before going for milling, what we'll do is we'll just take up one simple turning program, okay, so that you can understand the concept clearly. Okay, right. So just observe. Yeah, right. I'll just go with a very simple turning program. Okay, right, right, right. Now observe. So this is the turning program that I just want to take it up now. Okay, now this is what is the profile. Okay, observe. So the this is the part profile which is going to be present. Okay, now some thing that you need to understand is here in this part profile, to get this part profile, so this is the billet that I am assuming. Okay, so this is the billet, standard billet that I am assuming. Okay, now here this is the point which we call it as what is called as 0, 0. Okay, so this point is called as what is called as 0, 0. Okay, right. Okay, right. So this point is what is called as 0, 0. Okay, now 0, 0 is nothing but what is called as here the tool. Okay, right. Sorry, once again. Okay, okay, yeah, right. So this point is what is called as 0, 0. Okay, now as I said, okay, now this is your z coordinate system and this is your x coordinate system. Okay, right. Now if you just observe carefully, okay, carefully, now anything which you are going to do machining, okay, any machining that you are going to do is going to be called as what is called as z value. Okay, z value. Okay, right. And anything that is going to be here, diameter is going to be what is called as your the x value. X indicates the diameter, z indicates the length. Okay, now this is what is the starting point. Okay, now to start with, okay, we say what is called as a billet. Okay, now billet is nothing but what is the diameter. Okay, now the maximum diameter of the part is 50. So we'll take larger diameter. The raw material should be greater than this. That's why I'm taking a length of 50. Now total part length is 30 plus 25 plus 20. That means 55 plus 20. Okay, it is 75. Okay. Now I'm taking a length of 150 just because that some portion will go into the check. Okay, so considering that portion which goes into the check, so I am taking length of 150. Okay, right. Now we can just start writing the program. Okay, remember, once you are going to start writing the program, the initial program, okay, is going to be, the initial program is going to be something like this. Okay, that is, as I said, so we are going to write in terms of the sequence number with the multiples of 5. The advantage is in between you can add few more lines if required. Okay, so N05, G21, G90, G99. What is G21? G21 is metric unit, G90 is absolute coordinate system, G99 is feet per millimeter per revolution. Okay, I mean I am setting the initial parameters. Okay, initial parameter is I am going to write the dimensions which is in terms of millimeter, and I am going to measure all the values from the origin, and the feed value is going to be millimeter per revolution. Okay, now next is G28 X0 and Z0. That means I don't know where the tool is going to be. This is always a better practice to send the tool back to the home position. Okay, I'm sending the tool back to the home position. Then at the home position, I'm going to choose the tool. Okay, what is the tool that I'm going to use? I'm having only two operations here. I want to do rough turning operation and I want to do finish turning operation. Only two tools. Therefore, tools which are going to be used is going to be tool number 1 and tool number 2. Okay. Now, N15, M06. Okay, as I said earlier, M06 is nothing but the tool change function. Okay, M06 says tool change. What tool that you are going to change? I want to go for 01, first tool. Okay, and 0101. Okay, 01 is the first tool. This 01 is the tool offset value. Okay, that is what I have shown in the previous slides. Okay, right. Then I have selected T01. Now, next is for this tool, what is that you are saying? M03. M03 is spindle on in the clockwise direction. You are switching on the spindle in the clockwise direction. And when the spindle is going to rotate, you want to say what is the rotation speed. Okay, so spindle is going to be of 1500 RPM. Okay, M07 is coolant on. Okay, this line indicates that you have switched on the spindle to rotate in the clockwise direction with a speed of 1500 and you are switched on the coolant, okay, which is M07. Then G00X56Z1, okay, approach to start through approach to start rough turning cycle. Okay, this is very, very important. You can now just observe. Okay, now what is this point? Okay, so this point is called as your 55, correct? Okay, so we are doing diameter programming. The whole diameter you are going to consider. Okay, but the maximum diameter is 55. Okay, and z is 0. Now this value, this is 0 comma 0. If I just go in this vertical value, the diameter will keeps on increasing. Okay, now this point is 55. Okay, maximum diameter is 55. Okay, and the value of z is 0. Okay, now I want to start the machining operation. Okay, when I want to start the machining operation, the tool is going to be somewhere here. Assume the tool is going to be here. Now the tool has to come from this point to this point. Okay, therefore I am giving it as X70, X56, G00, X56, Z1. Okay, X56, Z1. Okay, now I have come to the point which is nearer. Okay, then next one is G71. Okay, G71, as we know, it is called as a rough turning cycle. Okay, rough turning cycle U.5. U.5 is nothing but depth of cut 0.5. Okay, U is depth of cut. Okay, right. Every time you are removing 0.5. Okay, after removing 1.5, take 1 mm retraction. Okay, that is the meaning. Okay, now second line indicates what? G71 P40. P40 is the next line, next number. Okay, from where you start the cycle. Okay, Q65, I'll explain this. Q65 is the end of the cycle. U.1, W.1, F.2. Okay, U.1 is nothing but what? U.1 is nothing but every time you are going to remove 0.5. After removing 0.5, you leave an allowance of 0.1. Okay, and W.1. Okay, means to say that. Okay, if I just show one more thing. Okay, right. Now how it is going to be is just observe. Okay, right. Now here, just understand. Okay, right. Now what is this we have something like this. Okay, right. The operation is going to be like this. Okay, right. Just remember this. Okay, I have just only show the first part of the only half portion I am just showing. Okay, right. Now, okay. Now this is one diameter. Okay, now what is that it says is, okay, so we have what is called as G70. Okay, now we have what is called as G71. Okay, U.5. Okay, right. Now this is going to be your the maximum diameter. Okay, so this is going to be your maximum diameter which is going to be present. Okay, then U.5 means, okay, it divides. Okay, U.5 means it divides this portion by an amount equal to 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. That means u 0.5 and you told which is R1. Okay, so this is one line, correct, right? Okay, then one more is u71, okay, P, okay, some value, Q, some value, okay, U is 0.1, okay, W is 0.1 and F value is some 0.2, okay, right. What is this 0.1 and 0.1 is important, okay. U and W is the finish alliance, means what? I am going to leave 0.1, just observe whatever I am marking here, okay, right, understand carefully, okay. So this is nothing but 0.1, okay. Now I have left, okay, so this is what? This value is 0.1 millimeter along x direction, and this value is, okay, so this is going to be again 0.1 millimeter, and this is going to be again 0.1 millimeter, okay, right. Now after leaving this 0.1, okay, I am having, this is the amount of material to be removed, okay. Now what I will do is, this I am going to divide it into equal 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. So this is 1.5, okay. So this is another 0.5, okay, right. This is another 0.5. That means leaving, okay, leaving 0.1 and 0.1, leaving 0.1 and 0.1, we are going to remove, okay, material by an amount equal to 0.5. After every 0.5 removal, okay, it's like this, okay, right. Observe, okay, the tool will come here, it goes here, okay, and removes. Then again it takes 1 mm above, then it comes here, okay, again it removes, like that, okay, and the continuation of the operation is going to carry it out, okay. From where to where it's going to carry it out, I have to start from this point, okay, and I have to end at this point, simple, okay. The operation, this is the start point, this is the start point of the operation, okay? So this is going to be the start point, okay, observe. So this is going to be a start point of the operation, and this is going to be what is called as the end point of the operation, okay. The tool has to move from this point to this point, okay, every time by removing 0.5, okay, mm. So that is what is the meaning. Now if we just come back to, okay, come back to the work which we have, okay, right. Okay, right. Now G71.5, U.5, R1. Okay, now as I said, okay, now G71 I have said, P40, Q65, U.1, W.1, F2. Now I have to start from the cycle. What are the points that I wrote? 1, 2, 3, 4. I wrote 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this 1, 2, 3, 4 all about? So this is the first point of the cycle. Second, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Means the tool has to go to all these points. Okay, the tool will start from here, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. Okay, now this is the path which is going to be present. Okay, now those are all the coordinates that I have wrote. Okay, in 40 G01, X20 Z0. Okay, X20 Z0. Okay, X20 Z0 is nothing but your, now just observe X20 Z0. Okay, now this point is X20. X20 is nothing but diameter 20. Z is 0. Then I have to go to second point. What is the coordinate of second? There is no increase in the diameter. Therefore, the value of x will remain as it is as 20, but the value of z will become minus 20. This is to the left, it is negative. Okay, therefore, second point is going to become x20 z minus 20. Let's observe here, right? X20 z minus 20. Then I have to go to the point number 3. So where is point number 3? So 2 to 3. When I am going 2 to 3, only the diameter is changing and not the length. Okay, therefore 2 to 3 is x20 has become 40, and z is going to be same minus 20. So point number 3 is going to be x40 z minus 20. Okay, x40 z minus 20. Then I'm going to the fourth point. Okay, fourth point is what? 3 to 4. Okay, when I go to 3 to 4, there is no change in the diameter, but only the length. That becomes x40 z minus 20 plus 25, because you are remember you are going to measure from here. So it is z minus 45. Okay, the fourth point. Okay, right. So x40 z minus 45. Okay, then the fifth one is x50 z minus 45, then x50 z minus 45, 25. Okay, now so it starts from the first point and it ends at the second point. Okay, at the last point. Okay, now after you have completed, then you say N70, M05, M09. That means you close all the operation. Therefore, you need to stop the spindle and you need to switch off the the coolant. Okay, then N75, you send the tool back to the home position. After sending the tool back to the home position, then you select one more tool for the purpose of finishing operation. Okay, what finishing that you are going to do now is, just observe again, you say M03. Now finishing is going to be done at the higher speed, that is S2500 and M07. Okay, M07 is coolant. Okay, then where are you going to do the machining? You are left out 0.1 and 0.1. Okay, that 0.1 and 0.1 from 40th line to 65th line you are going to carry out with an allowance of what is called as with a feed of 0.02. It means that you are asking the tool to do the finishing operation from 40th line to 65th line with a feed of 0.02 millimeter per revolution. Okay, then you say M05, M09, spindle stop, coolant off. Okay, then G28, X0, Z0, send the tool back to the home position. Then 105, M30 is the program stop. Okay, now this is the sequence of the process which is going to be present. Okay, right. So this is something related to the simple program which is going to be present with only turning operation. Okay, now when we come back to the next class, okay, we'll try to understand, okay, what are all the various possibility of doing with the other different operations. Okay, so thank you. So we'll just stop the class.